She was also really into smoking the spliffs, the fatty...
Marilyn?
Fatty boys.
Aww.
Marilyn
Mama
Marijuana,
Jean?
they called her.
Aww.
Marilyn Jane Monroe.
Hey everybody, welcome to the PJC cast, also known as the Proud Jacuzzi Crew, where we do Would You Rathers and other fun things. My name's Dane.
I'm Jimmy.
And today, in our hot tub on this balmy-ass autumn evening, we have our good friend, Michelle, the roll of what is it?
Peel and stick wallpaper.
Sorry, peel and stick wallpaper. I was going to say wrapping paper for some reason.
Those are two totally different
Christmas
things.
is over. Forever.
Don't you tell me Christmas is over. Is that a war on Christmas? Are you making a war on Christmas right now, Jimmy?
Let's all go to Starbucks.
Anyway, thank you for joining us.
Thank
Michelle.
you, Dane and Jimmy.
What's going on with you? What's your whole deal? Tell us your deal. It's my excellent interview skills.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm peel and stick wallpaper.
Sure.
Which, I mean, I'm the hot new thing.
Yeah.
In interior decorating, which I know you guys are really into. I can tell.
We love out here in our back patio in Anytown, USA, in this hot tub.
Yeah.
We love decorating.
Exactly.
The gazebo.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I see you already have an accent wall.
That's right.
In the gazebo.
It's
I
gotta
could use some wallpaper that we could peel and then stick onto it.
Jimmy.
That's why I'm
Like different one.
Different one. Yeah, different.
No,
Not you.
no.
Oh.
We wouldn't peel and stick you.
I'm meant to be peeled and stuck. That's what I'm for. And what's so great about me is you can reuse me.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. It's like I'm like a giant roll of Post-it notes. Basically, and you know what's so great about me? You don't have to commit.
Yeah.
At all.
You just
Stick
it and forget it.
And then if you change your mind after a little while,
You unstick it.
you just unstick it.
This might be a strange question, seeing as we're all sitting here together. But what do you look like?
Yeah, describe your pattern for us.
Right. So I am trying to, I'm doing something a little muted, a little mod.
Oh.
So it's like a gold on gold tone.
Whoa.
Yeah. And
You are a classy wallpaper.
Of course I'm classy.
Fucking classy as hell.
Super classy. Exactly. And so the darker gold, which just has like a hint of a sparkle to it, is like, what would you call this? Like a water drop shape, maybe?
Okay, yeah,
Right?
sure.
Or like
a
half
teardrop?
of the yin in a yin and yang.
Right.
Right. And so that
Tapered.
like a tapered side water drop.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
And so that gold is overlaid on a lighter gold.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's subtle.
It's nice.
It's subtle, but it catches the eye a little bit. It elevates the look. I elevate your look, basically.
Shit. You're elevating
Yeah.
this whole podcast right
I
now.
know.
With your classy. Now,
so
I feel
classy.
like peel and stick was in vogue like in the 70s.
Are you calling me old?
No, I'm not. I may be alluding to
You're saying I'm old.
I'm saying that peel and stick
No.
was in vogue then.
Peel and stick
but you
wallpaper.
are new.
No. In the
No.
70s, you had to use wallpaper paste.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was wallpaper.
Yeah, that's wallpaper. I'm
Okay.
not
Regular wallpaper.
I'm peel and stick wallpaper.
It's better.
Yeah, I have
It's like a post-it.
exactly. I have a space-aged polymer attached to me.
Shit.
Right, that allows me to be reused.
Well,
Right. In the 70s, you'd have to put that paste on there, and you'd have to have a professional put those old geezers on the wall. And then when you didn't want them anymore, someone had to
Forget
come
about
with,
it.
forget about it. Exactly. Razor blade.
You'll rip it off, and
Rip
it's all
it.
shitted.
That sounds
Take
awful.
out the wall. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I'm getting cancer from the ripping as we speak.
Exactly.
It's
not
probably
even-
because you are.
Oh,
Yeah.
all that asbestos in the paste.
Exactly. It was pure
Asbestos paste.
asbestos back then.
What wasn't? Am I right? Hey, we do Would You Rathers and other fun things. I think we should start by doing a Would You Rather.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
Okay, good. So our first Would You Rather comes to us from... Okay, this Would You Rather has been meant to have been done over the last, 3 weeks, but we keep cutting it short.
Oh, so it's like a leftover.
This isn't a leftover.
Okay.
Yeah, leftover is a good way to describe it.
Because those
I would-
are the words that just came out of your mouth. They
I
were the
would
definition
say-
of leftover.
It's been in a
So-
Tupperware for
Yeah,
weeks.
exactly.
I would say that this Would You Rather is so choice, I needed to wait until the perfect time to use it.
Marinating
It's a marinated,
Yeah. Oh.
dry rub, aged.
Right.
Wait.
Would you rather?
Right. Fermented in a good way.
Now, this is from Sam's pile of internet
Oh.
Would You Rathers.
Okay.
And Sam's pile produced this. Would you rather have to sew all of your own clothes or grow all of your own food?
Like a fine steak.
It is marbled. It has subtleties that we'll never even
Scraped
imagine.
all the mold off of it.
Oh, no.
People do that. It's gross anyways.
This is a hassle either way.
Yeah.
Either way. This
Yeah.
is what are we, in the 1700s?
Growing your own food and sewing your own clothes. Yeah.
They did that. We only have to do half.
yeah.
But still, it's a big stick in my craw
yeah.
having to.
Right. I mean, I feel like growing your food is something that sounds sexy in the moment
Right.
when you get 8 sunburst tomatoes on your plate 3 times a summer. You're like, yay, I'm a gardener. But the idea of growing your own, all your own food
All your own
sounds
food.
horrific.
Having to mill your grains into flour.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Right.
No more bread ever.
Yeah.
It's too
No.
much.
Slaughter your own meat,
Fucking, yeah.
you know?
Blood you'd have to learn how to let blood go.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
To learn a lot. And the magical part of this is that you are just not allowed. If somebody's like, here, I made you the sandwich, you have to throw that shit away.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't eat
right.
it.
This isn't a world where everybody else is getting to eat whatever they bought at Whole Foods, but you have to grow your own, right?
You have to grow
This is
it.
not a communal experience.
Pizza parties would be a thing of the
Yeah.
past.
Yeah.
No more pizza.
We left this piece for you.
I can't.
Right.
Every time I try and put it in my mouth, I miss. Come on, get in there.
So, okay, on the flip side, though, you'd probably be a lot healthier.
You'd be so much healthier. You'd be helping to save the planet.
Yeah. You'd eat really well.
You'd
eat so many
lose
vegetables.
weight.
You'd lose weight.
Because you wouldn't eat very much. Because you wouldn't be growing very much. Because it's a pain in the ass to grow.
You can't
Exactly.
even forage.
You can't forage.
You'd have to actually grow it, right? Okay. You'd be healthy. You'd eat so many vegetables every morning. You'd just have the perfect bowel movement.
It would
be glorious.
It would just happen.
Yeah. There would be it would
Like
be
it or
like
not.
the blink of an eye.
You're still in bed and you're like, well,
Yeah.
missed my window.
I'm very regular.
Right.
Luckily, I don't have to grow my own sheets because it's
Right.
getting to be a problem.
Then you'd probably be able to write a book about it.
Okay.
And be on
Ellen.
Dr. Phil and Ellen and that,
Ellen would
who's-
love that shit.
Exactly.
You'd
Who's
be
that
the Marie
other guy?
Kondo of food.
Marie
Yeah.
Kondo, does this tomato give you joy?
Yes. If it doesn't, thank it and throw it away.
At that point, I'd be so over it. I'd be
Yeah.
like, it don't. I'm throwing this tomato out.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this. I just want a fucking burrito.
Yeah.
No more burritos, guys.
You couldn't. I guess you'd figure out how to turn some grown corn into a tortilla.
Yeah, you'd have
Maybe.
to grind your own corn.
Yeah. And beans.
Now,
Yeah.
it doesn't say that you can't have people help.
No, yes it does. It
It's-
says
well,
you
you-
have to grow your own food.
Grow your own food. But once that corn's ground, you send it away. It can be ground for you.
Oh, so someone else can process the
Sure.
food or prepare the food.
Yeah, why not? Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Your own clothes. one pretty specific skill set. You're not learning many different parts of the process. You're not weaving your own cloth here.
Right. You're
And-
just sewing.
That does seem significantly easier.
It seems a little easier though, and also clothes last a lot longer.
lasts a lot longer. You won't. The thing about the other would you rather, the
Yeah.
food part of it, is that like that turns on, and then you gotta grow immediately.
gotta
You're gonna be
start growing.
starving for
Right.
a month.
Right. It's
till something
nonstop
pops
work.
out.
Yeah.
Like you can get the cycle like going, but that first month you're not eating. What are you gonna grow?
That kind of
Yeah.
becomes your life.
Yeah, every day you'd have to be growing. But for the clothes thing, you could just say, hey, I'm going to sew, 2 shirts, a pair of underwear, and a skirt. And that's it.
I'm just good. If it rips,
Yeah.
I'll just make another one.
It's
Right.
2019. We male humans can wear skirts too.
Yeah,
For
because
sure.
they're easier to sew.
They're much easier to show and sew.
And sew.
But you could also
Right.
get like I feel like with food, like there's sort of a limit on how good you could probably just by yourself figure out how to like farm.
Yeah.
Because it just takes so long, and you wouldn't be starting from scratch necessarily. There's books and whatever, but like with clothes, it's like, okay, well this shirt sucks. I'll make a new one and I'll get better right now.
I'm not
you know?
going
Yeah.
to die because this shirt is crooked.
Right. I can still wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can still wear it. I'll make it my
Right.
look.
Like I feel like you'd get good at making clothing.
Right. Right.
Like your first thing is just like you just take 2 fucking pieces of cloth, sew them around the edge. You put it on. You're like, well, this is a little too tight. I didn't fucking.
Oops.
Oops. Well, you get better at it, and you add a pocket on. And
Ooh.
like,
So every shirt you make is like slightly less shitty than the last one. So
Yeah.
at first it's just 2 flat pieces of cloth with like holes not sewn in.
right.
Just flat like that. And then eventually you start learning seams.
Yeah.
And then you get them pockets in there. And then collars start happening.
Yeah.
Soon you're a fucking Victorian fop
Exactly.
with ruffles and feathers.
Oh, Jimmy, you have completely changed my opinion on this. Like, my
Oh.
gut reaction was food. Obviously,
Yeah.
it sounds more enjoyable to garden all day. But yeah, I think trying to grow your own food would quickly become like a nightmarish
become
hell
your
you're
whole
trapped in.
life.
You'd have to be a farmer.
it take all
Yeah.
day.
Right.
To grow all your own food,
You'd
you'd
have to be a
farmer. And if
Yeah.
we lived in the homes that we live in now, I'd have to start some sort of weird tiered farming on my roof with
Yeah.
like an irrigation
Right.
system,
Right.
and like I'd be like a
Right.
Himalayan farmer
Right.
on my roof because I don't have any land to till.
Well, okay, but then if you wanted to take Jimmy's approach to sewing and apply it to farming,
Okay.
you could just allow yourself to be real shitty at it in the beginning and just say, like, it's just going to be potatoes.
I'm just
Like, it's
doing
just potatoes. Like, you can grow them in a barrel. They're
Yeah.
easy. It's just, I'm just
Barrel
going to do
potatoes.
potatoes until I'm better.
You'd be fucked on like condiments too, like salt. You can't grow, so I don't know how you.
I think you could buy salt.
Why?
Oh, just add rules.
Okay, well, it says grow your own food. You can't grow salt.
Okay.
All right? Like you can grow pepper, so you'd grow pepper. But like salt, what? You go mine salt? Like
Yeah.
what do you want from me? This
Right.
is
And I guess
I want
specifically.
salt is what I want.
Maybe, and you could even say salt isn't technically food.
It's not. It's
It's a seasoning.
I guess if we're going by that metric, like you don't like grow like a cow.
yeah, I think
Like,
you
right?
rear animals. You
See,
do,
but now we're getting into the nitty gritty
Ah,
of it.
ooh,
So
the-
like I
the
don't know.
nitty-gritty.
Do I grow milk because I grew my cow? Like
Yeah, you're a vegetarian. You'd have to be a vegetarian to strictly adhere to the parameters of the would you rather.
if I can buy salt because I can't grow salt. I can't grow milk, but I could grow a cow to make milk.
Uh-huh.
Can I buy milk? Can I make cheesy potatoes? Is what I'm getting at.
really, guys, let's get
Okay.
down to brass tacks.
Yeah.
Can I make cheesy potatoes?
I love
Because
cheesy
you're okay
potatoes.
with only potatoes, as long as they were cheesy potatoes.
Like just potatoes, no salt, nightmare land.
Yeah.
Cheesy potatoes, yes salt, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe for the rest of my life until I die of
Very quickly.
cholesterol.
All right.
I mean, there is a whole race of people based off of that. They're called the Irish.
You know what? I was going to make fun of Irish, but then I was like, nah, I'm a guest here. I'm glad you did it.
I'm Irish. I'm allowed.
Exactly.
Get some fucking potatoes in me. Put some cheese on it.
We got some cheesy potatoes.
Just like God intended.
Leprechauns. Anyway, I think I think you would be able to profit off of growing your own food. You'd be a healthier person.
You could become famous,
You
write
could
a
become
book,
famous,
and be
write
on
a
that
book.
talk show with that guy that looks like Skeletor. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about? Doctor something?
Oz?
Dr. Oz!
Is
Yes.
he a Skeletor man now?
Don't you think he kind of looks like Skeletor?
I heard he got cancer.
No.
After all the
my
things,
God, I feel bad now.
don't do that. No, you're right. He does. But the irony there is that he's had show after show about what to do to stop cancer, and then he gets it himself.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about the guy who invented, like, Dr. Atkins?
This sounds
no,
like a
what happened to
stupid
him?
joke.
No, it's not a stupid joke. He died of a heart attack.
Yeah, he did die of a
because
heart
of
attack.
course he
Did?
did. But he was ice skating at the time, so he fucking dies and he just slides on the ice and he's
Oh
just
no!
dead.
Oh Jesus, Jimmy!
Is that a true story?
That's
Are you
what I
sure?
heard.
Oh my gosh.
The
I
internet.
remember a friend of mine went on the Atkins diet and I saw her preparing her food and it just was bologna, like slices of bologna, and she put mayonnaise on it.
No.
And she mixed it together and she was like, this is Atkins, man. This is the diet. And then I didn't ever want to do Atkins.
Yeah.
I knew that wouldn't be for me.
Yeah, I feel like if the start, like the creator of the
Creator.
like if you just have a heart attack doing your own diet, like maybe other people stop.
Yeah.
Maybe don't.
was
Maybe it's
wrong.
not good.
It's not highly publicized.
We all make mistakes. Your mistake was the life choices that you preach to the rest of the world
Your
in several
entire-
best-selling books.
Your entire lifestyle.
Exactly. Was a mistake.
So I think you'd have to really be very committed, and with the clothes you'd have to be less committed. And I am an inherently lazy person.
Laziness is
Also-
the deciding factor.
I am a bit of a style guy.
Oh.
So I think I'd really come up with my own cuts, my own fitted vests. I'd probably wear a lot more vests
Yeah.
because I'd make them. Neckerchiefs, pocket squares. You become a fancy dandy gentleman by making my own clothing. Maybe I'd make a tuxedo. Ooh. So I'd make my own clothes.
Like you'd start off with like a duct tape tuxedo.
Yeah.
You just work your way up.
That's right. I'd sew the duct tape together.
Yeah. You'd have to.
Michelle.
So, well, I do grow my own food to some degree. I do have a garden every summer, and I have chickens in my backyard, and I eat those eggs all the time.
That's pretty good.
Every day.
You're like halfway there.
I do, but because I already do it to some degree, I know that it's ridiculously difficult and would be impossible
Sure.
to do completely. I mean, like last summer, I guess a gopher or something just
Got in
came down. Yeah, every day an entire plant was missing.
my
You
God.
literally, it would just pull it down from the bottom.
Wow.
You
That's
could
wild.
see it. And then there'd just be like a little pile of dirt there where the gopher came. So I think, I love food. I love to cook. I like the romanticism of doing the food
Yeah.
thing, but I'm going to pick the clothes.
Yeah.
Because I'm lazy. It's the inherent laziness.
Laziness
and
really
like the
gets you.
idea, exactly, to be able to be like, you know what? If it's just taking a piece of cloth and cutting a head hole in it and putting it over my head, yeah, there's going to be days where that's what I want to do.
all
Wearing
I'm
my
gonna
cloth
do.
poncho.
Yeah, a cloth poncho.
They're in right now.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
all just end up wearing ponchos most of the day.
Yeah. And we could just give them different names. Like it could be
Yeah.
a moo or it could be a
Sarong.
sarong.
I call this one Steve.
Yeah, it could be Steve. Yeah.
And then depending on the weather, like thicknesses, like like this is my poncho made out of carpet padding
Yeah,
to
exactly.
keep me extra warm.
Fleece.
Jimmy, what would you pick?
I'm clothes all the way.
Oh, clothes all the
Clothes,
way.
right?
I just don't think that the food's at all realistic. And I know it's magical, would you rather town?
Yeah.
But I also was just thinking about this. you were talking about having chickens. Like, are we fucking allowed to buy a chicken? Like, I don't know. The rules are too crazy for me.
Yeah.
Like, chickens will make eggs and I can eat the eggs, but I guess I can't eat the chicken, but I bought the chicken to make the eggs, and now I'm in an existential fucking crisis mode.
Somebody would have to gift you
No!
baby chicks.
Be like, I really need you to buy me this chicken. I'm not allowed to. But then, like, you couldn't. Anyways, I'm doing close.
Two in summation, I'm doing close.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, you're afraid of some magical would you rather police, I feel like.
Yeah.
Well,
daily,
scared.
constantly.
They're
Yeah.
very scary.
They are.
They make us explode sometimes.
Oh.
You gotta watch out for them. They come
So we
around.
all picked the same thing.
We did.
Does that happen very often?
Not very often. We should really, round of applause. Yay! We are simpatico. I did notice I have a potted aloe vera plant, and I noticed that like one little leaf was poking out of the ground.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, there was a second one here. Why is this buried? I look, and a raccoon or something had buried a tiny Granny Smith apple in my pot.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, you ruined my other plant, dude. Like this is cute.
Yeah.
That you buried this here, but come on.
A Granny Smith apple?
A very small Granny Smith apple.
I love it. It's little and whimsical.
It very much is that. Anyway, I undug it and I put it on my railing so that they can fucking deal with it.
Who's they? The raccoon?
Yeah, or the squirrel or whatever it is that's burying their shit in my shit.
Bastards.
Those cute fuzzy little things trying to survive in this world.
I'll tell you,
you
if
know
there's...
what?
Go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just going to say, you got them back.
I
mean,
did.
you left that Granny Smith apple on your railing. Like,
Yeah.
that's some badass shit you did to them, Dean.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah.
Got him.
You got
Thank
their
you.
ass.
I did.
Yeah.
Posted it on the wall.
If I see a raccoon out there,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill them.
Oh no!
Don't like them.
You butcher, you.
They ruined my tomato plant once,
Yeah?
and I'll be forever vengeful.
How do you know it was raccoons?
It was
Did you
for
see
sure
it?
raccoon.
How
No,
do you know?
but
Well,
because they like tore it down with their little hands.
You could see opposable thumbs at work.
Yeah.
It was like it wasn't like they kind of climbed up and were like, I'm going to eat these tomatoes.
They also left a little card with a mask on it.
Yeah, and like a paw print.
And a
Yeah.
paw print. And then a calligraphy note saying, best regards, the raccoons.
The tomatoes were delicious.
Oh. You know, I do love tomatoes.
Yeah.
Like some people love each other.
Oh, is this a segue?
You put
Segue.
your dick. You put your dick in a tomato.
Put your dick in a tomato. Lonely Hearts. Our next segment, folks, is Lonely Hearts, where we take two online personal ads, discuss them, and find out whether the people would fall in love. We get our personal ads from Reddit, and who's going up first, Jimmy?
It's Dean.
Dane's up first.
Dean's going first.
My not would you rather, that's the other one. My personal ad is 32 female for male, or female for female, hashtag Minnesota or whatever. Okay, using number in a place of a word, 4, is really stressing me out, bruh. Even though I love shortening other words like SMTH, ever wanted a neurotic and inconsistent friend or maybe more, I make up for neuroses and laughs. Maybe IDK, what is happening? That's the title.
That's the title.
No.
that was the whole title.
Aww.
Okay, so let's light this candle.
Okay.
Because I'm excited for the neuroses upon neuroses. Jesus actual Christ, that title is a dumpster fire, and I hope someone reports this whole post to save people from having to look at it. To make up for it, I present you an owl joke, because owls are the greatest animals that have ever existed. I can tell you some cool things I learned about them from a PBS doc. That's not a joke. Well, maybe to some people it is. Okay, joke time. Two barn owls were sitting on a perch. One looked at the other and asked, "Do you smell fish?" I don't get it.
Wait, that's the joke?
That was it, I guess. 2 barn owls were sitting on a perch.
Oh, a perch.
Okay.
How's that an owl joke? It's a perch joke.
It's 2 barn owls. Didn't you?
Yeah, but I know, but any kind of bird could have been on the perch. The joke isn't about owls. It's about perches.
I'll let you
Can I
direct
respond
message
to that
this person.
Yeah, exactly. Give me that info later.
Going on. Speaking of fish, why does the trendy thing to eat these days have to be sushi? I'm allergic ASF to fish and shellfish, and all anyone wants to do is get sushi. Ay, ay, ay. Jimmy, what does ASF mean?
I think it's AF, but they said as
F.
fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
That seems like
As F.
slang
Yeah.
of slang.
It's very slangy. For a 32-year-old, that's some... You know,
AF. That's what they wrote?
ASF.
Yeah, as fuck. Yeah.
ASF.
As fuck. Yeah.
Okay, regardless of this messy post, I promise I'm drug-free. Except weed, but that's no more a drug than caffeine or cigarettes or sugar. I like all of those things and more my favorite thing in the whole entire world are books, and I fantasize about making a friend or more who wants to spend their time willingly and happily, italicized, a bookstore or reading together. Le fucking sigh. Wait, where was I? Okay, listen. I'm 32 years old with a penchant for cursing and sass and wit. Please be able to tell me to fuck off in really kind and loving ways when need be. Not if, when. It'll happen. I don't know how to end this terrible, awful post except to say I just finished the most recent season of Grace and Frankie, and I'm sad and lost. It's 2 a.m. and I guess I could go to bed, but God, I just love the nighttime. If you made it this far, you need a fucking award, or reward, or both. Probs both? Definitely both? Okay, have this joke as your both. Knock knock. Who's there? Owls say. Owls say who? Correct.
Oh.
Okay, good night, heart.
Oh.
Well,
Alrighty.
Oh boy.
long-winded.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily a terrible thing when it comes to internet posts. There are way worse things.
Yeah, I agree.
But everything's relative, so maybe that is a mark against her.
Yeah.
Real into owls, but doesn't quite understand what an owl joke actually is.
Yeah, that's
That
very relevant to me.
It's relevant to Michelle.
Very relevant. Also, the italicizing of the word, what? Happy? Which word? Why was that word italicized?
It was who wants to spend their time willingly and happily in a bookstore.
And happily was italicized?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you read into that? I don't know.
I would say that past relationships, she's had to drag her partners to bookstores.
Oh. Yeah.
And they were not willing and not happy.
Books.
I have to... It smells like pages and knowledge.
Cat piss.
Cat piss in this bookstore.
It's one specific bookstore.
Oh,
in
I know which one
Berkeley.
you're talking
No,
about.
but seriously, do you guys like just hanging out at a bookstore?
I mean, I'll do it if my partner's really into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I
And
used
I'll
to
go
hang out
willingly.
at Borders and like read free books and then
Right.
not buy anything, and then they went out of business.
Yeah.
Good story, Jimmy. Great story.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't really get a desperation thing from this person, which is nice.
Yeah.
She seems pretty just like, hey, here's who I am. I don't really know what I'm doing. Kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of endearing, to be honest.
Yeah, I couldn't decide what to make of the sort of it wasn't self-loathing. It was a lot of like poking fun at herself.
A little self-deprecation.
Self-deprecation,
Sure.
yeah. Is a good word for it. Yeah. I thought the self-deprecation was kind of in an amount that I found charming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just enough to be like, okay, you kind of you have self-awareness.
Exactly.
But not so much where you're like, oh, okay, like
Right. Right.
I do hate you now because you
Yeah.
hate yourself enough.
Exactly. Or is this just a ploy that you use on people so that they could say, no.
Oh no.
You're not
Oh, honey,
terrible.
it's
No, you're
baby,
fine.
no.
Right. Yeah. I would
Self-deprecate.
touch you.
I'll touch you all night.
I wouldn't not touch you.
I'll touch you
Yeah.
sexually because you hate yourself.
Yeah.
Ugh, gross.
Okay.
I went to a dark place. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So owl jokes besides kind of quirky, kind of
Yeah.
fun. I'd go out with this person. Shit.
Shit.
I liked her.
She's
At
in Minnesota.
times. Yeah, I think
Let's
I
go.
like her about as much as she likes herself.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is
Sometimes
to say,
I find her annoying.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of, exactly. I kind of like her.
Like an 8 out of 10.
Right,
Like a
right.
a strong 7 out of 10.
Right. Sometimes I'm like, oh, like you're doing that annoying thing you do again.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, but you realized you were doing it and you pulled back.
Right.
So that's good. And there's the charming side of you. And but now it's become annoying again.
I feel like through the rambles,
Yeah.
we got a feel for who they were.
Yeah.
And a lot of these, they just talk about what they want rather
Yeah.
than who they are. Mm-hmm. And so it's really hard to gauge whether or not they're worth reaching out to. So
Yeah.
through the bumbling, we have found a kind of endearing
Yeah.
chucklehead.
I agree
What
with
a
that.
knuckly chuckly lady.
Buckley.
Knuckly and chuckly.
Buckle up.
And probably very cold in Minnesota. Anyway, Jimmy, what do you got for us?
Minnesota, yeah.
Minnesota. I have 21, female for male, anywhere, looking for a cutesy long-term friendship, parentheses, bonus if Asian.
Oh.
The first thing, so that's the title, the first thing in the body of it says, P.S. I honestly love all races. I'm just
okay.
slightly more attracted to Asian men. And then there's this thing that is consistent across the whole thing where anything in parentheses is not only in parentheses, but the words are doing that thing where they're like raised up and like small. You know what I mean? So that's every parentheses is like that.
So extra editing.
Yeah. I'm just slightly more attracted to Asian men, and then parentheses. Not a fetish, though, so no worries, lol. Like, just squeaking that in there. Just squeaking that in. My motive for posting this is that I want a long-term friendship where we are borderline together, but not. I am in an open relationship,
no.
parentheses, with little romance. So this is mainly why I want to remain friends.
Oh, no.
As of me, surrounded by hearts. My personality, not to be cocky, but I genuinely think I have a great personality.
I hate this person so much. I hate this chick so much. And Owl Girl could do way better. Keep reading. But my mind has been made up. I hate her so much.
This is first thought, best thought for her.
Oh man, there's more.
The wallpaper roll is not like it.
Yeah, I'm not sticking on any accent wall in her house.
I am very humble, nice, open-minded, quirky, and love to joke / tease around. I am also guilty of saying LOL, LMAO, and haha a lot.
Wait, freeze.
The third one's normal.
Oh my god, in that list of adjectives she uses to describe herself, was one of them humble? You just said humble was one of
Yes.
them? Alright, go on.
Maybe her best
it was
quality.
the first one.
Oh my god.
But TBH, I genuinely laugh that much! Exclamation point. My physical, I am black, parentheses, light / medium, 5'4" and pretty skinny, parentheses, 100 pounds. And then she also lists it as 45 kilograms as well.
Oh, very good.
Just
For
in
our
case, I don't know.
You
For
can't
European
multiply
readers.
by 2.2. Okay.
I would describe my style as cutesy / comfortable. My looks are bittersweet as I have insecurities, parentheses, as we all do. Some say I'm cute, but I have been told I look young / prude. My hobbies. I am very busy with school, so
I'm sorry, Jimmy. Young / prude?
Yeah, what is that?
So being
I don't
young
know what
means
that
you're
means.
prudish?
I don't know.
Confusing.
Those aren't the same
Yeah.
thing.
They're not the same at all. You look prude, or maybe it's you're young. I can't tell.
Yeah.
You look like you don't like sex, or maybe you're just
Too
12.
young?
I don't know. I can't tell. Which one is it?
Oh my god. Don't ever speak those words again.
Yeah, I know, it's
You'll go
bad.
to jail.
It's bad.
It's recorded.
Love it.
I'm going to read this again because it doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense to me.
Start after prude.
I am busy with school, so not much as of lately. However, I do love music.
Well, wait, was that an answer to a question?
I don't know.
I don't think our book lover is really going to dig the writing style.
She at least wants someone who's literate,
Who can write.
basically.
Lol.
However, I do love music, parentheses, I can play some piano and guitar. YouTube, fashion, walking in parks, and daydreaming.
Oh, boy.
As of you. This is the second big
This is what I need from you, besides being male and Asian.
Your personality. Someone who is talkative. You don't have to be outgoing. Just please don't make me pull all the weight. Frowny face. I also like guys who joke around and are, preferably, a child at heart. Maybe a tad clingy?
I want the clinginess. I need
Even
somebody.
though this is her side piece, because
Yeah,
she's
right?
already in a relationship with someone.
She's like, I need something to hop onto before I
Right.
hop right on out of this.
Right.
You know what it is? She needs attention.
Totally.
She wants somebody to just
Right.
constantly pay attention
Right,
to her.
it's almost like she's asking for a stalker.
Right.
Like she's like,
Fuck,
I'm already in a
she's
relationship
asking
with
for a stalker.
I'm already in a relationship with someone, but I'd like to start up a new relationship with someone on the side who's clingy.
I need a-
That's like the opening sequence of Fatal Attraction, Single White Female, like what other I
All
don't
the
know.
greats.
Yeah.
Swim fan.
Swim fan.
There you go.
Yeah.
Catfish?
Is that one?
No.
I don't know catfish.
Yeah.
That's the catfish. That's the one who started catfishing. It was catfish.
Jimmy.
I just
keep
wanted
reading.
to be included. You're physical. So since this is a flirty relationship, attraction matters. ... Again, I like Asians to be. Again, I find Asians to be really attractive, but in the end, I just like men around my own age who are cute. Parentheses, subjective, I know. LOL. And on the lean side of the weight spectrum. Disclaimer. So I am a very perverted person. LOL.
Or
Here
a
we
prude.
go. Dane has put his head in his hands.
I can't. With this.
Sometimes I say very sexual things, which lead guys into thinking I'm a hoe. Probably am low-key XD.
Oh, no.
That was in parentheses, but not small? I don't know. But it's honestly just my sense of humor. Back to regular small parentheses. And I just
the dick.
I like the dick so much. I just like talking about the subject, honestly. But my intentions are not to be sexting partners. It's just not my thing. We can exchange pics if you want. Just link a pic of you when DMing me, smiley face. And that's the end.
Oh my god, I'm like massaging my brow right now because it's so furrowed with the hate that I feel for what are we calling her?
We can call her, racist prude.
Frowny face. I want to call her frowny face.
Side piece seeker.
Side piece seeker.
Stalker syndrome.
Stock wanner.
Yeah,
Stock wanner.
Our
Stock
stockbroker.
Yeah, our stock broker.
Our stockbroker.
Yay!
We got there. We
I
got
love
it.
I love it.
So there's it sounds like she's bored
Yeah.
with whatever relationship she's in, and she wants some eye candy, and she's attracted to Asians. But hey, but not fetishized, okay?
It's not a
Let's-
fetish. It's just her preference.
And when you say it,
Yeah.
that means that it's very real and not
It is in fact a fetish.
not a fetish.
Right. Only if they're hiding in your closet with a knife
God.
watching you have sex with your actual
Or
boyfriend.
nunchucks because of the Asianness.
It's an Asian. So let's just go there.
A katana.
Yes.
Fuck. So very needy, bored. How old were they, Jim?
21.
Well,
She was
young,
21.
yes.
She's a little young.
Young and or a prude.
Who knows at this point?
And just like, so everything she says is not about her really feeling that or thinking that. It's about what she perceives the effect to be on the reader.
Correct.
Like everything everything she's saying is to make an impression.
And it's
It's all
somewhat
contrived.
contradictory too.
Yeah, totally.
It's saying one thing and then saying the exact opposite
Exactly.
thing. Not settled into who she is, it seems.
Right.
Trying to figure it out, and
Yeah.
good on her for that. But trying to find a stalker on Reddit to do that
Yeah.
seems ill-guided.
And my address is...
I mean,
You're being very generous, Dane. I appreciate your kinder take it is reminding me that I can't always allow myself to go straight to the place of hate that lives deep inside of me.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But that, I got to be easier on
there.
people and kinder on to people.
You don't have to, because they're not going to listen to this. And
right, that's true.
You can just...
No, for my own good, I need to not go to hate.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean... Yeah, if you want to try and see the bright side, we also do this every week. So if we just hate on people every week, it gets kind of stale.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
If you want to hate on her, you go right ahead.
I'm trying not to, but it's just
What's the thing that you hate most about this person? Go.
What I hate most about this person is how contrived it all is.
Okay.
That's what I hate about it.
Yeah. And that is totally fair, because
it's very attention seeking.
It's very attention seeking, and
selfish. Just what she's asking
my
for
God,
is so selfish.
There you go. I think that's really the crux of it for me. Is the whole thing? It seems very selfish,
right?
Like disingenuous and selfish. And the first post was so genuine.
I like
it was
her
so
even
sweet
more
and
now.
sweet,
Yeah.
and like. Yeah, so she wants somebody to go happily and willingly to a bookstore. That's not a big ask.
Yeah.
That's not a big sticking point. Like, that's not being like, and you've got to have giant areolas. You must have them. That's not,
Small areolas need not apply.
Please get out of here with those
out of here.
dimes. I need some saucers. I need some dinner plates on you. Man or woman.
Do you think that people have strong feelings about areola size? This is new to me. Oh, really?
Oh, for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, no. There's
yeah, Jimmy, I think you're a little surprised by this as well. But
I
think
expect there's a small amount of people, but Dane's level of fucking assuredness surprised me.
Right, exactly.
Diameter. Okay, diameter of areola,
Uh-huh.
pigmentation,
Yeah.
amount of tiny weird little bumps on them, for sure. All of this, how close they are together, how high they are, how close they are together, for sure.
Yeah.
That people bring out measuring tapes and they're like, oh, that's
Who's bringing out a measuring
Wait,
tape?
yeah, exactly. What people?
8 inches or less, so you're out of here, bucko. I've heard that being said about mine.
One time, I saw a pair of nipples
that
were like so long. They were so long.
Oh, length.
Long,
See,
like
that's
sticking out.
they were
like
they were like over an inch long.
like
right.
and
I was like, what?
Pencil erasers.
Was this woman breastfeeding?
No, I don't remember. I feel like it was on the E channel.
Sure,
Wow.
where you saw a bunch of nips. What?
Yeah, like clothed, but like.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I was a young lad,
Pressed in fabric.
but I was just like, what the fuck? What's going on there?
Yeah.
I never forgot it, and here I am.
recounting it to this day.
It's funny how those things that you have seen in that certain age window, like sex things and nudity things, just imprint on your brain.
Forever.
Like you can never
Well, in my
get
whole
rid of
life,
that.
I've never seen nipples like that in any medium.
Yeah.
I can
I've
only
never seen little because they were sort of average in every other respect except the length.
No, she probably had been breastfeeding or
there you go.
but that's some breastfeeding shit right there.
pulls them out.
Yeah, they get
Yeah.
long. They get like 2 inches long.
Yeah, like little, like you've seen a bottle nipple, right? On a baby's
Sure.
bottle, right?
Yeah, but we're talking
That's what
like-
happens to your tits.
We're talking about way more than that. Like way more.
Oh, well, okay.
It was like they were like long.
We definitely had at one point a lonely heart of a guy who wanted somebody with long nipples.
Oh, we
That
did.
was part of the
That was a
I
long
forgot.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't remember this
interesting.
story then. I
You
guess.
didn't. No.
I guess not.
No, you didn't. Anyway, I don't think that our Minnesota book per owl joker is going to go for our attention-seeking young
Yeah.
lass.
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Gender notwithstanding,
Right.
I think that it's just not a good fit.
Yeah.
Because the first person doesn't seem like the clingy type.
Right.
But maybe
very,
I'm
very
giving them
genuine, probably.
Yeah,
Right. And
maybe
she's
I'm giving
looking
them
for
the benefit
a
of the
real
doubt.
relationship with someone to like really connect with somebody.
Friends or more. Both
Right.
of them did say friends.
Right.
Well,
No, but when I
so-
say real relationship, I mean whether it's a friendship or something sexual.
Right.
A relationship of depth,
True.
you know?
Instead of just be a hot Asian dude
Right.
who will text me
That was the
every
thing too.
5 minutes.
The only time my girl mentioned friends was in the title.
Sure.
And then immediately was like, more.
More, but no sexting. But I will send pictures, but...
Yeah. Sometimes I say sexy things, and then guys think I'm a hoe, but I'm not really a hoe, except, oops, maybe I am.
But maybe I am. Maybe I talk about dicks and vaginas all
the
day.
time.
Oh boy. So I'm gonna have to say no love here, guys.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
It's, I think we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, that's the one.
I was hoping to match somebody with owl jokes. If the second
again.
person had made one owl joke, it would have been a win.
Oh my god. If the second person had made an owl joke, like, then the heavens would
Full
have parted.
stop.
Yeah,
Full
I mean,
stop.
that would have been an amazing coincidence.
All right. Our next Would You Rather comes to us from the Would You Rather board game brought to us by Char Charm Cosplay. And the Would You Rather game has brought us this excellent little nugget.
It's a jam.
Would you rather have asparagus for fingers or corduroy for skin? Zip, 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 zip. We got
Asparagus are floppy.
asparagus are floppy. They are also crisp when they are uncooked.
Yeah. And they could be a little bit flexible, I think. If you just cook them like al dente,
True.
you might be able to use them like fingers.
My big question.
Uh-huh.
Do they grow back?
Like if you nibbled them off?
If you nibble them off, if they break off, if they become nicked and soiled.
Well,
I'd say-
I don't know. I've never grown asparagus in my little backyard garden. I don't know what if you
Next to the chickens.
Yeah, I've seen them growing places and they
Yeah.
just sprout up in a
They
sphere.
just come right up.
Yeah, and I don't know if you when you harvest it, if a new one grows there or not. I don't know
I
the
don't
answer
think
to that.
that is how it happens.
Yeah, I think it grows somewhere else.
But I think... Oh, so then you have
Maybe you have
fingers
finger coming out somewhere else.
coming out the top of your hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming out your elbows.
All different directions.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that is the major drawback of asparagus. Having such soft flesh for your fingers.
They're really fragile.
They're fragile.
Yeah.
Like, you ever just like touch the asparagus tip and then all of it just falls apart?
I've looked at an asparagus at the wrong angle, and it literally exploded on my countertop in
could
a
not handle
fiery
the
ball. It
stress.
couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're fragile.
They're what we're trying to say is they're fragile.
They're
Corduroy?
very fragile.
Strong, probably.
Strong. Corduroy strong.
Maybe.
Asparagus not strong.
I'm having a very visceral reaction to the idea of corduroy as skin. Like, it seems
zip,
nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're
it's
kind of
just-
starting to feel
Anytime
yourself a
you
little
touch
bit.
corduroy,
Exactly. I
it's
feel like
like-
it'd be so tactile. Like,
Here in
you'd
the
just be,
tub.
like, rubbing your arms all the time. It would be soothing, that slight bump and that
Yeah.
slight softness. I think it'd be really nice.
And as stick and peel wallpaper, that'd be like extra layers.
Yeah,
That'd
you
be
could
cool.
create electricity by rubbing against one another.
A corduroy
Corduroy-
accent wall.
Yeah. Oh, I bet they have it. I
I'm
bet
sure
they have
they
it.
have it. Especially in subtle gold and darker gold tones.
Oh my god.
I want to look
Look
it
on
up.
anthropology.com right now. I feel like Anthropology would have that.
This episode brought to you by
Anthropology.
Anthropology.com, your go-to site for peel and stick wallpaper of all qualities and sizes.
They really do. There's like 200 of them on there. I was down the rabbit hole of peel and stick wallpaper the other day.
Sure. You were
Looking for a date.
Yeah, were you is this like your porn? Were you jacking
I
off?
was like,
or?
check out that paisley.
There's a corduroy
damn.
wall.
There is?
It's
Amazing.
somewhere. Oh, you know what? This is just stone. Actually, that's
Oh,
just
come
a way
on.
to describe stone.
Oh.
The texture of stone.
Someone has to make a corduroy wall because I feel like people would go bananas for that.
I think I know just the piece of pull and stick. What is it? It's wallpaper. What
Peel-
are you?
peel
and stick.
And stick.
Pull and stick.
Pull and
You pull
stick.
it and then you
The
stick.
That's
old
what happens at
pull
a
and
massage
stick.
parlor in Chinatown. The old pull and stick.
Do you want accent wall? So, yeah, it would feel very good, but also I feel like things would stick to you easier.
That's true.
So you'd get lint on
Yeah.
you.
It'd be hot in the summertime.
It'd be very hot in the summertime. Imagine, now I can imagine like feeling your arms and chest and whatnot, but your eyelids,
Yeah.
right? Your lips.
Yeah.
Now, and I've been told by doctors
Yeah.
that your skin goes all the way down your esophagus.
Oh.
That inside of your mouth is skin, and it goes all the way down.
But what about your taste buds?
That's your tongue.
Right. Okay,
So
so your
the roof
tongue
of your
would,
mouth-
you still have taste buds.
You could taste the
You
your
could still
corduroy
taste
mouth.
things.
Taste your corduroy.
You just taste like corduroy all the time.
But like
Delicious.
like your cheeks
Uh-huh.
and your like the roof of your mouth,
Your
and
inside of your nose.
the inside of your nose,
all wet corduroy.
wet snotty corduroy.
The
Johnny
inside of your
corduroy.
nose already is kind of like corduroy. I mean, it's got all those little
ribbed.
hairs and fibers
That's
and
true.
stuff that filter dust out. So it actually, I think it'd be kind of perfect.
It'd kind of be perfect for that though.
Yeah, it'd be good there. It'd be good there.
You could like vacuum your mouth.
Right, instead of brushing your teeth, you just had a little mouth vacuum.
I think instead of baths and showers, you'd have to vacuum.
Yeah.
You'd be very intimate with the dustbuster.
Yes. That could see. None of this is sounding that
Yeah.
bad. I'm still liking.
You would
corduroy.
just look like a nightmare.
You'd
That's sort of
kinda
the
look like a
drawback.
fuzzy wuzzy was a bear.
Yeah.
People would be, they look at you and they double take constantly. Be like, what? Wait.
Now talk about fetishists, because there are probably corduroy fetishists out there
Oh.
who
I
would
can't
just
imagine there aren't. Yes.
dig on you.
Yeah.
You want to come
Yeah.
lay on these corduroy bed sheets?
Yeah. Right.
with your corduroy body.
I
Exactly.
bet you'll interlock in all the right places.
But then you've got to always be second guessing, do they love me or me for my corduroy body?
I wouldn't. I would know that it was for the latter.
The corduroy ladder you have in the corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I
you know, people survive with, like, the really long nails. You know,
Oh,
people...
yeah.
And I feel like having
but what is
asparagus
living?
fingers...
What's good about having asparagus fingers?
always have a snack.
That's true. You just
How
eat
long
your
does
fingers.
it take to grow back?
I would say as long as a tail takes to grow on a lizard.
How long is
Yeah,
that?
how long's that?
Probably like a week.
That's
Okay.
pretty good.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
So you don't always have a snack.
Right.
You have a snack once a week.
You have a healthy little sneak snack. You're like, I don't need my pinky for this presentation. Nom 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 nom. Hello, board of directors.
Right. Or you
I
can
am
just
missing
have
my
a
pinky.
kind bar in your pocket.
Or you can just have. Well, if you reach into your pocket, you're gonna break
You're
off
gonna
all your
break
little.
everything.
Yeah, there's, come on.
Like they're gonna be so long.
What's something good about, can we really, other than eating your fingers? I can't think of anything good about having asparagus for your fingers.
I think really for this, like the fact that you really can't get wet as a corduroy person.
Why?
Yeah. No, I mean, corduroy would dry, but
dry.
you'd be soggy. It would
be
be
soggy.
uncomfortable.
You might
And then
mildew.
the corduroy might, like, mat a little in an
would
unattractive,
mat.
itchy way.
You'd have to shave it, and then it would grow back in.
Yeah.
You got one of those little frisbee getters, you know?
Yeah.
Like one of those.
Yeah.
Take the pills off of you.
Would your brother be Corduroy Bear from the kids' storybook? Would all your family be little teddy bears?
That's right.
That'd be very adorable.
Be
Yeah, that'd
cute.
be nice.
Oh wow.
Oh, you could just put like pins on like your body and it wouldn't hurt. 'cause you're
I
not-
think your skin is corduroy. There's still flesh under there.
Why? No.
Oh, that's a drawback for corduroy. Is that your nerve endings would be underneath corduroy, so you'd feel kind of numb all over.
So you could
Yeah.
you could pin your body full of sweet enamel pins. And like patches. They're
Yeah.
like tattoos.
Oh my
Instead of getting
God.
tattoos, exactly. That's the corduroy equivalent of a tattoo. You just pin.
Would you have to
So-
wear clothes?
You'd have a
Hell
corduroy
no.
fucking dick. I mean,
or
right?
vag.
A corduroy
Vagina.
penis or vagina,
Yeah.
and I don't. Yeah, I think those would not be good.
You gotta
You
put some
don't
shorts on.
Yeah,
You gotta at least put some shorts on.
right.
But I bet having bare corduroy breasts wouldn't be like.
They'd be soft and cozy.
Yeah, I don't think people would have a problem with
Right.
that out in public.
And for the purpose for which they were intended, which was for babies.
For babies.
Little babies would love corduroy
Yeah, they
boobies.
cuddle right up on
Just
them.
snuggle those corduroy boobies.
True.
But for sexy times, I think a corduroy penis or a corduroy vagina would not be comfortable.
Ribbed for her pleasure.
Yeah.
Depending on which way the grain is going on either one.
All right.
That's,
think
that's up to genetics.
Honestly, I think a corduroy vagina would feel kind of good. I think so, but maybe I'm a freak
But
in the
it would
sheets.
be, there wouldn't be any moisture or lubrication. It would be dry.
Well, that's what lube's for.
But
Jeez,
what
you
would
need a lot.
lube on corduroy?
Yeah.
I don't think that would work. I think the corduroy would just. That's like rubbing. Here, go get some lube and rub it on this towel right now. See what happens.
You need to
It's
get, like,
not
Don't
gonna
have to
get
ask me
slippery.
twice.
It's not going to get slippery. It's just going to absorb, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. We should do a science experiment.
It'll you get past the point of saturation.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
true.
it works.
Now, folks,
You guys speak like gentlemen who have a lot of experience.
I have a pair of pants I need to go meet with. I'll be right back. I'll be able to tell you right now. I'll roll up a pant leg for you, Michelle. You can.
Oh man, just tell me about it later. I don't need to be here for that.
Well, no, if you want to know what a corduroy dick feels like, that's what I was.
Oh, like you would put
yeah.
the corduroy around your penis?
I'm not going to fuck you, Michelle. No, I'm saying that you could
Please,
roll.
I did not. There was no such request. Let me be
I mean,
completely
you roll
clear.
up the pant leg and then use it as a dildo. That's what I was saying.
Oh, well,
Okay.
that's way less offensive, Dean. Thanks for clarifying. My comfort
welcome.
level has really increased again.
I'm
Thanks
glad.
for clarifying. I literally didn't understand what you were saying.
Hey, I wasn't the only one, right, Jimmy?
And I'm not
I
the
didn't
only
think
one.
he meant what you said.
Imagine all the pant legs. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go with artichoke fingers. No.
You're going with asparagus
I'm
fingers?
going with
You're like the
asparagus
scarecrow.
fingers.
You need an artichoke heart.
That's right.
No.
that movie.
Honestly, I run real warm as it is.
Oh, he
I don't
needed a
think
brain.
I'd be able to handle the heat of corduroy
Yeah.
body.
Well, You'd be a real
you wouldn't
bear.
sweat.
You probably wouldn't. And
You
that
wouldn't,
sounds
like,
awful.
You
I
wouldn't
just-
have the nerve endings.
Yeah, it's just so complicated. Like it's just so complicated.
There's a
All
lot
the
more.
facets of corduroy body. So I'm gonna go with asparagus. I love asparagus. I need to get myself a new pair of corduroy pants, and then I'll be like half corduroy, and then it'll be fine, and I'd be able to take those off.
Half corduroy, half man.
That's right. But I'm going with asparagus fingers, and I'll have a little snacky snack.
I'm going, obviously, with corduroy
Obviously.
skin. It's the cozier choice. I just feel... there's nothing about asparagus fingers called... I don't even like asparagus that much.
Oh.
I like them okay.
I bet
I
your
like
pee
'em.
would smell constantly.
Yeah,
Would
always
smell
that
bad.
smell.
Always.
Yeah.
No matter what. And that's
That
fine.
smell.
I'm okay with that.
Asparagus is. I'm always. Anyways, it's so interesting, and I'm just like, why? And it happens so fast, and then I'm like, all right.
Chemicals,
Why
man.
does it happen so fast?
I
It
don't know.
does.
How could I digest it so quickly?
Okay, I asked a
Yeah?
molecular biologist once.
That's a good... Yeah, uh-huh.
Weird flex, but okay.
Nobody knows. He didn't know.
It's a great mystery of science.
He was like, it's a chemical thing. It's just a chemical reaction that happens very quickly in the body. Whatever goes into your bloodstream from asparagus goes directly to your urine and then makes it smell like that.
Does the asparagus smelling pee happen about as quickly as like you get intoxicated if you're drinking alcohol?
That I don't
Are those
know.
similar?
It takes a couple hours.
Yeah.
Like I feel like within 2 hours of eating it. I
No,
feel
man,
Like,
I've done it half an hour. Like, I've had it be
man.
like, oh, wow, I just ate that
No,
shit.
I agree with you, Dane. I feel like it's
very
that fast
quick.
too.
Anyway,
it lasts forever.
It
Let's
does
talk about our
have.
pee some more.
But you'd go with corduroy.
I just like it. It feels cozy. I do run cold, so I like to have a cozy, soft skin. Yeah.
All right. Makes sense. Jimmy?
Corduroy all the way.
Oh, my
I love
goodness.
asparagus,
Way.
but only if I cook it.
Okay.
I'm not cooking my fingers.
Listen,
Listen,
I'm not sticking my fingers in boiling water.
I'm not. Oh, that's the worst way to cook asparagus.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the grossest way. Boiling your vegetables. Don't do that.
How do you like to cook your asparagus?
I roast it, and
He
I
does roast.
I cut little lemon slices, and then I put that on top of it, and then I roast it.
like in a
very good.
high heat oven.
Yeah, I
They're
forget.
crispy.
It's
They
like
get crispy.
it's like
They're very good.
450 or 350. It's one of
Yeah,
the two.
yeah.
I forget. They're very different.
Yeah,
don't
450,
remember.
I bet.
And then it's delicious, and I eat it, and then my pee smells.
Yeah.
Jimmy, let me sometime tell you about parboiling. Anyway,
Well, no, I don't want to hear it. Whatever.
you can't make me.
You can't. It's gross. Cook a hot dog boiling? No. Cook a asparagus? No. It's bad.
What about an egg?
No,
No.
a parboil. You're just talking. You flash boil it really quick and then pour cold water over it
Yeah.
so that it's a little bit tender,
Yeah.
but not mushy. Yeah,
Agreed.
valid.
For what foods?
Vegetables?
Generally, it's vegetables, and they
Yeah.
come out very green. It's
It
beautiful.
like locks in the color.
Anyway, Jimmy,
Hi.
what is our next segment?
Hello. It's Mary Fuck Kill.
Ooh.
It's Mary Fuck Kill.
Yay!
Hey!
Yay.
Mary Fuck Kill is a segment where we marry one thing, fuck a second thing, and kill a third thing.
It's true. We
This
do those things.
week on Mary Fuck Kill,
Uh-huh.
we have George Washington,
Okay.
George W. Bush,
Okay.
and George Lucas. Mary Fuck Kill.
Bunch of Georges.
George, I
Georgie.
don't declare.
Which Bush?
W.
W.
Oh, so not
Not
The one that's still
non-W.
alive.
not Herbert Walker.
No.
I think they're both.
No.
No?
Daddy died.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. Daddy died.
Son is painting or whatever.
Painty son. All right, so we've got George Washington, a president. First president, didn't want to be president.
Wooden teeth.
Wooden teeth.
He had lots of things that were teeth. He did. They weren't just wooden. He had all sorts of shit that were his teeth, his dentures.
Oh, really?
He had all kinds of fucking shit. I don't remember, but like
Corduroy?
Corduroy was one. Corduroy was most.
Asparagus?
Yeah. Corduroy, asparagus, gold,
Owl?
ivory, quill.
Iced tea.
Iced tea,
Iced tea.
the rapper, slash actor.
He wasn't born yet,
How do
Jimmy.
you know so much about colonial orthodontry?
Yeah.
I'm an expert. That's what I went to college for
That's
specifically.
what you majored in.
Yeah.
Presidential dentures of the colonial period. He couldn't tell a lie.
Yeah.
Hated cherry trees.
Hated him. Hated him to death. Pretty good general.
Yup.
Good at boats.
Good at being in a boat.
I saw the musical Hamilton
Sure.
recently, and the character of George Washington was played by a very attractive man. So in my mind, that's who I'm picturing. It was like a tall, strong, deep-voiced African American dude that really like commanded the stage, and they portrayed him as very admirable.
Yeah.
And so I'm feeling like into George Washington
Okay.
right now as
Yeah.
a result of that portrayal.
I can see
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I watch a very particular YouTube channel where they recreate colonial recipes from from the 1800s.
Yeah.
And they did a whole episode on George Washington's farm because he owned land. I think it was a plantation. But he made a majority of his money from hot peppers.
Oh.
And a particular fish, and I can't remember what the fish was, but yeah, they would cook the fish by nailing it to a board and putting it next to a fire. That was their preferred way of cooking the fish. Anyway, That's my
I wonder
contribution.
if it ever jumped out.
What?
The fish.
Of the board?
Yeah.
It was nailed.
It was dead, nailed
I
to
wonder
the
if it
board.
ever like flopped off.
It never. Oh, like fell off.
No, like came back to life. And said, "Oh fuck, what is this shit?" And it was like wriggled off.
There's a fire right there.
Oh, this must be some mistake.
Oh,
is this
no.
what hell is like? I'm a fish.
No, I don't think a fish ever did that, Jimmy. I'm gonna be honest.
Come on.
Maybe once.
What was his relationship with Martha Washington like? I feel like I don't know anything
That's
about
true.
that.
Lewd.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm sure it was very sexually explicit.
He's
Yeah,
like,
they were
I'll
down
chop
and
down
dirty.
your cherry tree, and she's like, don't, wink.
I know that you can't lie, so I know you'll do it. You cannot lie.
Give it to me, Martha. Martha.
It would be interesting to know how he treated his lady. I think they were. I feel like they were. I want to feel like they were in love.
Yeah,
I
I
want
don't
to feel
know.
like it.
I feel like there are some first ladies where you have a sense of what the relationship was, but I don't know that. I don't know about that one.
Eleanor Roosevelt for sure.
Yeah, totally. Or Mary Todd Lincoln.
Ah,
or, yeah.
All right, next one, George W.
Yeesh.
Kind of a not a great dude.
Yeah, but I mean, in light of the current situation,
I
I'm feeling
don't
so
care.
much better about him.
Yeah,
Man.
honestly, I don't care. There was a wave of nostalgia for him that
Yeah.
really just boggled my mind.
Yeah.
When Trump came into office, where people are like, yeah, but remember Bush? Yeah, I do remember Bush. He was a piece of fucking garbage too.
Yeah.
Like, maybe not as big a piece of garbage, but he's a fucking piece of garbage.
He was discreetly garbage and overtly garbage.
It's just like, everything is relative, right?
Exactly.
So he was a bad president.
Right.
This president being worse doesn't make him a better president.
Yeah.
Is my humble, let's get political on this fucking comedy podcast, but that's what I feel like.
Right.
It just like the people making him cute by being like, oh, look how he looks at Michelle Obama. Isn't that sweet?
Right.
Oh, he paints now. Oh, it's so endearing. Bush. No, he was bad.
No, okay, but hold on. Let me back you up right here. Okay,
Sure.
because I mean, there's a difference between people just having different political opinions about
True.
things,
Yeah.
and people genuinely being pieces of shit. Like our current president is a piece of shit.
Sure,
Like as a human being, I mean, you could just be Democrat all the way, not agree with a lot of W's policies,
Yeah.
but why? And I hear you when you're saying he's a bad president, but why do you think he's a terrible person? I'm just curious. Do you think he's a terrible person?
I do. I think that he was put into the presidency a lot like Trump was.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Cheney ran the show.
Yeah.
I think that he was legacied in.
Right.
And I think that he didn't know a lot what was going on.
Right.
And he was the leader of our country.
Yeah. So
And
maybe
he just
he'd
sat
be,
back and let it happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marriage then. Exactly. That sounds like exactly who I want to marry.
Yeah,
That's
you want
perfect.
somebody who's just like, go for it,
Yeah,
honey.
whatever.
Run my country.
Exactly. Do it.
Oh, I'll run your country,
Just-
all right.
I'll run your
I'm just
country.
happy to have you by my side. Yeah. You just tell me what to do, dear.
Physically, I think you could do worse than George W. Bush.
He's not a bad-looking guy.
He's kind of cute. He's
Yeah.
got a little squinty thing, but he's
Yeah.
got that little smirk.
Yeah.
And he likes to play cowboy, which is
Yeah.
kind of kinky.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll probably hog tie you if you ask him to.
I loathed him for so
Sure.
long, you know? So it is hard. Yeah, I do. When I think as I'm imagining his face right now, I'm like, but I hated
I fucking
you
hate him.
for so long. But yeah, I am a victim to this nostalgia thing that you are
It's
talking
a very
about.
interesting phenomenon,
Yeah, totally.
and I think that in our current instance of Marry Fuck Kill,
Yeah.
play to that, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, don't post it on Facebook, please.
I bet it has something to do with just like on our side of the fucking aisle, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of memes and it's a lot of like, oh, he's so stupid. Oh, remember when he held his phone the wrong way?
He's
Right.
stupid.
And he said a
he's
quote the
cute.
wrong way,
He
and, oh,
choked
what a
on a
dummy.
pretzel.
Yeah.
But it was really Cheney who was beating him.
Oh my god.
Cheney had domestic violence against our president, and it wasn't a pretzel. It was Cheney.
And I feel like that shit was funny, and it came from like a place, and we were all younger.
Yeah.
And so we're just looking back on like those feelings.
Yeah.
And not that it's right, but that is my sort of assumption.
I see the phenomenon, and it makes me mad. Anyway, George Herbert Walker Bush. No, wait, just Walker Bush. Whichever his W stands
There's no
for.
Herbert.
Yeah, just Walker.
Lucas.
Oh, you guys, you're gonna have to enlighten me on George
Sure.
Lucas a little bit. I don't know that much about him. I feel like I've heard that he was kind of an asshole.
Yeah,
but maybe I'm wrong
why
about
don't
that.
you tell us everything you know about George Lucas?
Not that much. I mean, obviously, very talented director, right? Like, and he did the Star Wars
Fertile
films,
imagination.
but then he also did some other good stuff too, right? Like
He's
did
produced
that,
a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah. What's that? Oh, American Graffiti, that movie. Didn't he direct that movie?
Yeah, that was one of his first.
So like I'm familiar with his body of work.
Sure.
But I don't give that much of a shit about that in terms of this game.
Right.
So I don't really know much about who he is as a person.
So what happened with George Lucas in the short version?
Yeah.
He made a bunch of good movies.
Yeah.
And was very good and imaginative, and he had people that he listened to. And then he fucking rested all over his laurels. And then like
he got
made
on those laurels.
He made more Star Wars movies that were all objectively terrible. Like a lot of people are like personally offended
Yeah.
by them, but they just are very bad.
They are bad.
But he's in this saying, I made Star Wars, it's great, and that's what he do.
He suffers from yes-menitis.
Yeah.
Of just everybody telling him, yes, you're a genius. Instead of pushing him to do better.
Right. So the most recent Star Wars movies that have come out,
Uh-huh.
did he make those?
This had nothing to do with
Oh,
it.
okay.
And then now, but personality-wise,
Yeah.
I haven't heard that he's objectively a dick.
Uh-huh.
What I've heard from him is like, so he has Skywalker Ranch in Marin,
Right.
which is nowhere near any town USA where we are now. But he wanted to make some low-income housing. He wanted to build some buildings, and the rest of Marin was like, you can't do that here. So I think he gifted the land to be developed for low-income housing or something. He got around the assholes so that he could like do a good thing for a group of people who needed it. So that's the altruistic side of him.
Yeah.
I know that he puts his money behind projects that I've approved of and I've really liked. He works with Steven Spielberg a lot.
Right.
And save for Ready Player One, most of his films are pretty good. But no, I like Ready Player One. It was fine. So I think that maybe he just kind of suffers from being very rich and being around a lot of people who won't say no.
Yeah, I don't know, like
general.
in terms of a personality that you want to be in a relationship with, I don't know if I like this fact of like, I have been so successful this one time that gives me the right to not listen to anything anybody says. You know?
True.
And obviously he's made a lot of mistakes, you know.
We all have in our lives.
Right.
We're all a bunch of just works in progress.
I see what I want to know is like, you know, the second series of Star Wars movies, which were really the first series of Star Wars, like 1, 2, and 3. Like when those came out and they were so universally panned, was he like, you guys don't know anything, or was he like hanging his head in shame and like crying
he was
into
the first
his wife's
one.
breasts?
No, he was like, you guys don't know anything.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
really?
I'm pretty sure. Right, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Well, so I don't know that we, because he didn't learn. So like I feel like what would have happened if he if he was on board with how bad the first one was, the next two would have been much better.
Yeah.
But they were almost worse.
No, but I mean, you're assuming that he was capable of like making them better, like lightning striking twice. I mean, maybe he just hit a point in his life creatively. We're creative people. Like sometimes you just shit the bed, you know, like sometimes you want to do well and you just can't. So I don't know. I don't know which one it was. Was he like, I shit the bed? Or was he?
The world may never know.
Yeah.
I do
Can
know.
we call him? Does anybody know him?
Yeah, we should call him up
Let's
right
find
now.
out.
I do know that they've photoshopped off his hair and his beard, and he looks like a smiley thumb.
Yeah.
So that's very fun.
not affable.
Maybe not so affable though.
He's a non-affable, affable guy.
All right, marry, fuck, kill. I am going to marry.
Tough.
I'm going to marry George Lucas for the sweet money.
He's the richest.
He's probably the richest of them. I am going to fuck George Washington.
Yep.
Because I want to know what colonial bangin's like.
His big wooden dick.
I want to know about his big wooden dick.
And how many splinters I can avoid.
I want to know, like, what were the moves like? Like, how maybe it was stiff and Protestant. Who knows? Like, I want to find out. Or maybe he fucks like a war stallion. You know, you don't know. He's got a fire in his loins for the freedom of this country. Maybe he'll put that fire in my loins also. So I want to find out. And then I'm going to kill George W. Because his paintings may be cute and his admiration for Michelle Obama may be endearing, but goddamn, he's got to die. Dead. He's a dead human.
Yeah.
By my hand. Michelle?
Well, I've got to agree with you wholeheartedly about fucking George Washington.
Right. And you have the...
Yeah. I mean, he just seems like masculinity personified.
Incarnate.
Like, that's a lot of man right there.
Yeah.
Like, you can just tell. You know that painting of him crossing the Delaware?
Yeah.
That famous painting? God damn.
Yeah?
That
It
man
does
is
something for you?
strong and hot. Like,
Yeah.
he's standing there looking out, you know, into the dangerous unknown with such bravery and courage.
He's
like,
just
that's a
fucking
man I
doing
want
it.
to bed me.
Yeah.
You know?
He'll look at you the same way. And you'll be like,
yeah.
I am unknown.
Right.
And it's
Right.
great.
I'm going to cross your Delaware right now, young lady.
There you go.
Yeah, so he can cross my Delaware or chop down my cherry tree or
Okay.
whatever euphemism we want to use.
Sure.
I think George Washington's super sexy.
Spangle your banner.
My banner. Betsy my Roz.
There you go.
Yeah. I think... Oh, I can't even believe I'm going to say this, but
Yeah.
I think I would marry W.
Interesting.
Like, I think that if I could brainwash
W now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could just brainwash myself to, you know, believe that, like, whatever his political leanings and history were, that, you know, that if I could just make myself okay with that, I think you'd just have a fine life with that man.
Yeah,
You know,
I think he's an amicable sort.
Yeah, and I think would be kind and respectful and supportive and loving
Yeah.
and trustworthy.
Kind of flirty. He's got a flirty side.
He'd
Yeah.
be fun. He'd be open for adventures.
Really, he'd have to sit you down and be like, hey, like, they did all this stuff in my name, but
Yeah.
I was just kind of along for the ride.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure was,
Yeah.
was a
And
lot
I
of
could
it.
just, you know, be a librarian and
Oh, yeah.
pretend that I don't really even know what's going on. And then I guess I have to kill George Lucas because
Yeah.
he's got nothing left to give anymore. Anyway,
true.
it
He's
sounds
all
like.
wrung out.
He's done. He's done. And I just feel like it must be a sad place in his head.
Oh,
Either
yeah.
way, right?
Well, he sold it to Disney. He sold the
Yeah.
whole kit and caboodle to Disney.
Yeah, he either knows deep in his heart that he destroyed the legacy of this wonderful thing that he made, or he's convinced himself that he hasn't done anything wrong, but the rest of the world doesn't appreciate
Right.
his art. And either one of those is shitty.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to
Bad
do with
attitude.
either one of those. Mm-hmm. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, good answers.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy?
Man, I think I think I'm with Michelle.
Oh my goodness.
Boom, Jimmy, we are in complete agreement up top.
Simpatico.
There we
There you go. That's a good hot tub
elbows.
5.
Man, because it's like, as much as I like feel like the stereotype answer would be that I'd marry George Lucas for the money.
It's not enough.
I just feel like, and perhaps he's altruistic as you say, but all I can think about is him being grumpy about his movies.
Yeah, he's grumpy.
He's just grumpy, and I want to like deal with that.
Yeah.
Day to day.
A movie grump.
A movie grump.
Not so grump.
I don't think that George W. Bush would fuck better than George Washington.
yeah.
So
I just don't
don't think it. So I'm
George Washington.
fucking Washington. I'm marrying W, and I'm killing Lucas.
Yeah. What it comes down to is which one of them had to ride a horse every day.
Oh, good point.
You know?
Exactly.
Them some thick thighs right there.
Exactly. There's a lot of strength.
They
Lower
got you.
body strength.
They got you pinned down.
Exactly. And the core. That horseback riding works the core.
Works your core really
Yeah.
good. I've never thought about George Washington having a six-pack.
He did? Oh, he
Oh,
did.
he definitely had.
He had a hot body for sure.
He had a hot bod.
Yeah, totally.
Founding daddy. We've made that joke before, but anyway.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the show.
Oh my god, you guys, that was so fun.
Yeah, you have fun?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, Michelle.
I really enjoyed myself. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Michelle, what do you got going in the world? You're a part of a couple of improv groups, correct?
Yes, I am. I'm currently a part of 2 different amazing Oakland-based improv troops.
Oakland, where's that? Huh, weird.
Yeah.
No, keep going. No, it's fine.
Oopsie.
People have talked about it before. I just don't know where it is.
It's really cool city
Oakland.
near the bay. Yeah,
Interesting.
Northern California. Oak, the land of oaks.
Right.
Jurassic Pope is one of them, and the other one is called Social Studies Improv, and both groups perform frequently at All Out Comedy
Very
in
good theater.
the land of oaks.
Yes. Very good theater. All out comedy. I've never heard of it. No, I have. It's very great. So you have completed our Jurassic Pope set, actually.
Oh, nice!
We've collected.
Collected them all.
And you saved the best for last.
We have had Adrian. We've had Jesse.
Yeah.
Karen.
Yeah.
Brad. And you.
Nice.
So there you go.
Wonderful.
Thank you for joining us today in the tub. Jimmy, thank you for joining us today in the tub.
Hi, I was here. Hello.
If you have any Would You Rathers for us, please send them to the PJCcast@gmail.com or tweet them using hashtag the PJCcast. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Friendster, Snapchat, the cloud. If you go to
Slack.
We have our own Slack channel. We have our own Discord channel. We have our own subreddit.
You know the things that show up before when you go to see a film, and then there are things that are before the previews. We got one of those.
We got a preview.
Mm-hmm.
We
preview advertisement.
Join
us there.
We're on a couple of gas pumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Milk cartons.
They're inner
A mug.
one mug.
One
Yeah.
mug.
So find us there. The PJC Cast. Share us with your friends. Tell your friends about us. Yeah. So that was fun, and I'm done talking.
Oh. I guess I'll end the show.
No, I'll do it. For another week, my name's Dane.
I'm Jimmy.
And I'm Michelle.
And have a good night and get home safe.
Maybe I'll dabble in more creative things, like try to write a children's book or something.
Dominatrix.
That?
Sure.
Yeah, that could be fun.
You set your own schedule.
Set your own schedule.
Exactly.
Crush your own balls with your own heels.
Yeah. How's the
you don't have to clean your home. Somebody else.
You get
do
a
it,
sub to
and
do it.
They'll pay you to clean your own home.
while
With
you're
their tongue.
in
Is it-
heels?
Yeah.
Yeah, strapped in with latex.
I see no downsides.
I see
Yeah,
no
it
downside
seems
to
pretty
this.
good.
Maybe. Well, no, you vet your clients so you wouldn't get STDs. You'd
No,
be able
no. A dominatrix.
Do you have
not
to
a
have
vet.
sex with them?
You don't.
No, you
Yeah.
don't even.
Right.
They get off on it.